Hey YouTubers, Christopher Wanamaker here doing a new updated 72-hour survival bug out bag, fully laid out on the table, like laid out spread, covering everything that I have with my 72-hour 3-day Condor Assault backpack that I use for my bug out bag. So I'm going to be going over each and every little item as quickly as humanly possible, explaining what is it, why do I have it, what is a bug out bag, why is it important to have one, what can it do for you, certain other items that I don't have either inside the bug out bag or attached to the outside, but I have, either in my home I take with me when I need to, or I have in a vehicle, or I have outside of it, like, a pair of, all-terrain, all-weather, all-rewarding, hiking boots or something like that, grab both of those, tie the shoelaces together, throw it, behind me when I'm wearing the bug out bag on my back, and it, dangles, and then I, get out in safe area if I have to abandon my home, abandon my vehicle, whatever, and get away from whatever the danger is. So a bug out bag is pretty much whether it be a lightweight 24-hour bag, a normal size 24-hour bag, or a 48-hour or 72-hour bug out bag. And what the difference between a 48 and 72 hours is just more stuff that was in the 24-hour bag. So that way you have more capabilities, more gear, which also means it'll cost more and it will weigh more. The lighter that you go, you still have hopefully cover all the basic the topic areas that you really need covered, but at the same time you have some gear, but you don't have all the highest gadgets, all the nicest things, but you cover all the basics, clothing, summer winter combo clothing. You have like hygiene stuff, you have first aid, maybe a little bit of camping stuff, your tent, sleeping bag, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go over what do I have in here on the table, and a few little extra components, and the bag itself. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. First off, let's cover the few items that I keep outside of the bag that is not inside my 3-day Condor Assault backpack. It's not in the bug out bag, and it's not hanging out the outside, but I would definitely want to grab and take with me if I need to. We get a knock on the door from firefighters, police officers, there's a forest fire come this way, and it's time to mandatory evacuation. And that does happen, and it's happening more and more. We're having more extreme natural disasters year after year. They're becoming more frequent, and that's why I am very, very big into emergency preparedness management subject. I'm very passionate about this. On top of that, I was a quick little overview of my background. I was a quartermaster logistical supply sergeant for 13 and a quarter years total, 9 years as an E5 supply sergeant. I deployed 3 different times, year-long deployment with a field artillery battery out of Fort Lewis, Washington, in Baghdad, Iraq for a whole year, summer 2009 to summer 2010. Then I went to Wheeler Army Airfield, Oahu, Hawaii, near Schofield Barracks, and I got placed with a aviation maintenance unit that worked on Black Hawk helicopters, full of Black Hawk helicopter mechanics. I became their supply sergeant, and I went to eastern Afghanistan with them for a whole year near the Pakistan border at FOB Wolverine. And then after that, went to Fort Carson, Colorado, and Colorado Springs. And I was with a horizontal engineering unit for about 2.5 years altogether. 3 months of that, I went with a horizontal engineering unit that I was the supply sergeant for, and our job was to lay down building foundation and repair roads. We went to Liberia, Africa. It was supposed to be a 9-month deployment. It got cut short, and so half of us, including me, was there for 3 months. The other half of my unit was there for 6. We were helping out with the Ebola outbreak at the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. Now, while I was there, that's what got me really interested into emergency preparedness management subject, because I started working with some FEMA Red Cross representatives in that area. And then once I got out of the military in September of 2016, first I went on a cross-country road trip, then I moved into my apartment in Colorado Springs, and by mid-January 2017, I was using my GI Bill and going to Pikes Peak Community College in Colorado Springs, doing my first 5 semesters, which was also, that college was right outside of the gates of Fort Carson. And pretty much I, for certain classes, started out in micro and macro economics, and then eventually an English class and a speech class. I chose my entire, for those classes, semester-long research paper project. I chose the subject 4 different times of emergency preparedness management subject. Twice I worked with FEMA, twice I worked with Red Cross, and I've even had a couple representatives each time show up to my classes, talk about emergency preparedness for homes and vehicles, and emergency bug-in kits and bug-out bags and all that. And I brought my beginner 24-hour bug-out bag that I had been building for like a year or 2. So I did all that. So I started getting really passionate about this subject, not just because I was logistics for 13 years in the Army, and I'm already, usually thinking very far ahead, when most other people are thinking 1 to 3 steps ahead, 1 to 3 days or 3 weeks ahead. I'm usually thinking 20 to 200 steps and about 2 whole years ahead. So I like to say, when everybody else is playing, doing 1 or 2 or 3 step checkers of life, I'm doing 3-dimensional Star Trek chess, thinking on multiple levels, multiple dimensions, and 20 to 200 steps or 2 years ahead. So I think very deep. I think about all the details. I'm very clean, very organized person, as you can see. And so this is just a subject that fits me really, really well. In fact, my a dream job for me would be to go work for either FEMA or Red Cross and be like an PowerPoint slideshow instructor that goes across the country to not only show high quality gear that's worth the money and that's durable and multifunctional, thinking for bug-in kits, bug-out bags, thinking 21st century gear and products and stuff, but also covering different subject regions to help people for their homes, their businesses, their vehicles, at work or whatever, thinking and covering a lot of different area subjects on emergency preparedness management. Now, during that research, a few major statistics popped out at me that just blew my mind. And that's what really got me interested as well. And I started seeing with global warming, climate change, the effect that human beings is having on the planet, and how every year we're having more frequent, more extreme natural disasters. More and more people are having to either get insurance or get more prepared, and maybe not rely so much on the government to provide for us, because they're maxing out our budget, and everything. Our debt ceiling is through the roof. So, instead of having us rely on them, why aren't we relying on ourselves? Why aren't we stop wasting money on fast food and sports and, computer stuff and alcohol and partying and clubbing, all the things that are wants and nice to haves, but they're not really necessities. This kind of stuff is necessities. Why? The statistics. FEMA Red Cross did a joint survey on the subject of Americans and preparedness for 5 whole years, came out with the results in August of 2015, part of my research. And pretty much their major statistics were, at that point in time, which, it's been 8-ish years now, so it has changed a little bit, is that at that point in time in 2015, summer of 2015, it was over 60% of Americans do not prepare for natural disasters in any way, shape, or form, even though over 80% of American counties get hit by one or more than one yearly natural disaster. And most Americans also think disaster affected me this time. Let's recover from it. But let's not, think ahead and prepare for this happening or any other kind of disaster. It won't. Lightning doesn't strike twice. Tornado doesn't hit the same and take the same path and hit the same area twice. So why should I waste my time, energy, and money preparing? That's their mentality. So the other thing, I'm betting that 80%, over 80% of American counties get hit by one or more than one yearly natural disaster with global warming and climate change. And the past 8 years going, I'm betting that's actually more like 95 to 100% now. Another major statistic that blew my mind was for every $1 someone spends in preparedness products, planning, or both, they will save themselves somewhere in the realm range of $4 to $16 in damages and recovery fees. And those who do prepare, compared to those who don't prepare at all, will recover 4 to 5 times faster compared to those who do not prepare at all or very, very little. Now, that was 2015. Now we're in 2023, summer of 2023. So now inflation, so I'm actually thinking that with inflation and how high inflation has gone, that instead of the $4 to $16 range, I'm betting that's doubled. I'm betting it's more like for every $1 you spend in preparedness planning, products, or both, you will save somewhere in the realm of $8 to $32 range for every $1 you spend in preparedness. I have this 72-hour survival bug out bag that I have probably all together, even with firearms, boots, and everything, I've probably spent close to $8,000 over a 10-year period. I got certain other items, bought new ones, switched things out. I keep fine-tuning and bettering my gear more and more and more consistently. What new 21st century products have come out. So instead of 10 individual items that do each one thing, someone took those 10 items, combined them all together, and they created a 10-in-1 Swiss Army knife product, and then they're selling it, and then I'm having someone else buy it, look it up on YouTube, and have them do the review and find out, is it worth the money, is it worth the time, is it good quality, what are the positives and negatives by doing my homework research before I go buy the item, purchase the item, and receive the item. And so if they're good quality items, by doing my homework first, not just seeing it and buying it immediately, then I do my homework and it will save me a lot of time, energy, money, headache as well. So doing your homework is important. So it's all these different things. I'm just thinking about all the details, and I want to make my bag better and better, lighter and lighter, but if at some point in time I can get rid of half of this stuff, and because it's all different multi-tool, different durable, worth the money items, and then so I don't have as many items in the bag, it lightens the bag, lightens the load on my back. So this current, my personalized, been building it for 10 years, 72-hour survival bug out bag currently weighs 66 pounds. The type of backpack that I use, 3-day Condor Salt Pack, which is this bag right here with a bunch of different pouches and stuff that I've attached to the outside, and S-rings as well. When I started buying them, they were usually between $80 to $100 for the solid color ones, $140 to $180 for the camouflage ones. Now they definitely increased in price because of interest rates going up and everything. So pretty much they're probably, I've seen the solid color ones $120 to $150, and then the camouflage ones are now probably anywhere from the $200 to $250 range. So, and this backpack has a specialty feature to it. Not only is it thick material, a lot of military strap webbing, so you can attach a lot of different things on the outside with like S-rings or whatever, but at the same time, when you fully get it up on your shoulders, shoulder strap, chest strap, waist strap, strap it all down, loosen it up, then it takes whatever the total weight of my bug out bag is, it takes 1/3 of the total weight off your body. So if this thing weighs 66 pounds with all of this stuff on the table inside of it, then it feels like 44 once you get it up on your shoulders and fully strap it down, because it's distributing the weight where the different straps are. So that's one thing I really like. And this kind of bag, it's not a super duper expensive bag. It's a good beginner bag. And you could still go to like REI and buy their, you know, 400 up to like $2,500 super high tech, comfortable, you know, types of backpacks. You know, whatever I'm going over, I'm just showing you what I have, letting you know that there's certain products out there that you might not be aware of. How did I pack it and all that kind of stuff. I'm not telling you to buy, you know, buy and build an identical bug out bag to me. I'm just showing you what I have, my thought process, why did I get this, what could I use it for, all that kind of stuff. And yes, I do take it out about once or twice a year at least, and I you know, hike with it, I camp with it, whether it's a, you know, non-paid for you know, campsite somewhere out in the wilderness on a hiking trail to a waterfall or a lake or a hot spring or whatever. And sometimes I'm on road trips and I grab items and use it to sleep in the back of my car. I use KOA campsites, paid for campsites, you know, national park or lodges campsites as well if there's no rooms. But I have a high quality bug out bag. I got a military cot and, you know, IBNS spring loaded Katoma, looks like a Twinkie pop up tent with rainfly up in the lockbox container of my car. I got MREs. I've got cooler, armor cooler with 30 different Mountain House dehydrated foods. I've got a battery pack, those mini chainsaws. I've got a rapid raft from Uncharted Supply Company. It's a pack raft, a blow up pack raft. I've got a Tuck Tech origami kayak. You know, I've got all these different items that I can, I have with me. I have in my vehicle. I just recently, last couple days, I did you know, the other day, a full 72-hour survival bug out bag of all this assembled, packed up, put away, put together in my bug out bag. Please check out that YouTube video so you can see all this stuff inside here. How do I have a pack? Where do I put things? Why did I put it there? Like a quick access to a first aid kit and stuff. Where did I place that in the bag? You know, how did I organize it and pack it, put away? I also have, a couple days ago, I did a video on vehicle preparedness and readiness ideas advice video. And for my home, my apartment, a home preparedness and readiness ideas advice video. So please check those out as well, and more videos and subjects to come here soon. So now let's go over the bag itself. So this, like I was saying, 3-day Condor salt pack. I've added a woodland camouflage entrenching tool right here. I've added this is a woodland camouflage waste pack. This and it has like a nylon waterproof material on the inside, and this is where I put all my hygiene stuff. This is where I put my entrenching tool, mini lightweight shovel, and also my pin fishing pole with little reel and little tackle box of some bobbers and stuff. So it has a lot of different pockets. Here is the main compartment right here. It's got side zipper pockets with a lot of military strap webbing right here. Inside the main compartment right here, you got 2 vertical, 2 horizontal buckle tie-down straps. You've got this nylon, like fish netted material, zipper pockets, a bottom one and a top one right here. Close that up. You got another upper pocket with a lot of fabric sheet pockets in here as well. Certain little Velcro things to strap down where you can put 2 radios, things for pins and all that. You got another side pocket on the very side here, right here on the side. That's where all my first aid goes, just first aid, so I can quickly grab it and pull it out, quick access. Let me close some of this stuff up. Got extra buckle straps on the side here to make it where it doesn't break open, way more secure. And then below where the entrenching tool pouch is another pocket right here. It's got more of the netted little pockets, 3 of them, and a bigger netted fish netted pocket with zipper right here and a bit of empty space in between. So close that up. Okay. You see a pipe, little thing, a bar right here. That is an extension rod to my spear that I have and where the phone was. So this is charade, double-sided, bladed, very sharp spear with 3 bolts in it. Nice bar with, I forget the material it's made out of. It might be carbon fiber. And then little paracord for handle grips. So, and it's got its own sheath. Okay, and so this is a 16-inch extension bar. You unscrew the bottom to add that to it. It's got a flint fire rod starter with also a hidden little tube of little tactical fishing gear right there. So I either have this in my home, or I got a secondary, one where it's just a one-sided blade right there, up on this wall above these metal posters right here. And so if I'm going somewhere, I might take this with me. And this is a short spear. I can make it longer, 16 inches longer. And it can be even like a, it's short right now, but it would be up to here. So it can be a walking stick. And if I want to carry it with the bug out bag, I would put it inside the side pocket here and attach this buckle strap to the side, and it will secure it to the bag itself. So there's that. Then the stuff, let's go over what's at the bottom. This is a Sea to Summit from REI, green with black outline stuff sack, and I have my Enlightened Equipment quilt blanket system that was personalized to me. It's like $400 or $500. It's from the company Enlightened Equipment, rated at 0 degrees, and it's probably one of the highest quality and comfortable sleeping bag. It can be a sleeping bag, it could be a blanket quilt, either or, and it's very high quality, very comfortable. And inside there, I have a secondary thing as well, a pair of these. They're like surfer flexible surfer wet slippers. So I get to some place to take off my actual hiking boots, take off the socks, put my feet in these, still protecting my feet from Mother Nature and sticks and rocks and everything else. But yet, I get more airflow. Stick my feet in water, lake, creek, whatever. And it can soak, but yet my feet are still protected. So breathable. And ones that are in there are like a little thinner than this. They're almost like sneaker flip-flops. So have a pair of those. These are my second pair that I keep with my Tuck Tech origami kayak in my storage closet out on my balcony. So I just wanted to show them off though. So these are like 30-ish bucks from online. So there's that. And then below, underneath this stuff sack with my Enlightened Equipment sleeping blanket system is another stuff sack right here. Now what this is from Crua, C-R-U-A, Crua Outdoors, is a Crua hybrid one-person both ground tent. It can be a hammock tent with rainfly system. Now the sides of the stuff sacks, I've had it for a couple of years now, holes were starting to be punctured on both sides. I requested from the company, did they have any more of the original stuff sacks for the first generation one? They did. They sent it to me, and unfortunately a little bit of a mishap happened where I got the package in, didn't know what was in it, took scissors, cut open the package, and by doing so I cut the actual brand new stuff sack. So what I did is, because my original stuff sack has been slightly altered, modified with these buckle straps, put in the center to attach it to the bottom of the backpack where there is military strap webbing. So what I did is, and there are little holes developing in the side of the stuff sack, so I took that new stuff sack material that I accidentally cut into, took it to a dry cleaner place that has an alteration place, and had them double up, use that fabric to sew on both sides, front and back, all around the stuff sack to double up on the fabric and make it stronger. And it worked out perfectly. So it's really good work. So, and then to give you an idea, Crua Hybrid tent from Crua Outdoors. This is what the tent originally looks like without a rain fly on it as a hammock. This is what it looks like on the ground with a rain fly. And then this is what it looks like when you can actually buy 2 of these, and then you could attach them from the exterior outside and tear down the interior wall, turning a 1-person 1 tent into a 1 2-person tent. That's with it without a rain fly. So Crua Outdoors, they have a lot of other newer products, including, which is kind of crazy, is a newer type of tent like this that is more like a thicker sleeping bag, a blanket material, and you could take that one and you can take this tent and insert it into that sleeping bag one, turning this tent into more of like a winter tent that's protected and a lot warmer inside. So that's pretty awesome. So a couple $100 for one of those. So there's that. Okay. So that is pretty much the bag itself, to include a bunch of different S-rings, even a large one on the side that can hold, strong enough without breaking to hold up to 100 pounds worth, so you can get a rope. When you get everything out, set up your camp, then whatever's left in the bag, you can have a rope, put it through this, throw it over a branch, pull it up, tie it off, so that get it your actual remainder items in the bug out bag can get up off the ground, get out of the elements, and get away from animals like bears or whatever. So animals don't fuck with it and tear it apart. So there is the bag itself, to include. Turn it around real quick. So good. Second. Zipping some pockets up. Okay. So good heavy-duty straps, chest strap right there. Good cushioning. Little hidden pocket in the waist strap area, and then the waist strap itself. And right now I've also got this little pouch thing that holds my little monocular, 1-scope monocular. So that is my, the backpack with a few items I didn't want to pull out of their stuff sacks because they're a pain in the butt to put back in. So now let's go over real quick, what else do I grab and carry with me that doesn't go in the bag or attach to the bag, but what else would I grab to add to my vehicle and then maybe throw inside the bug out bag later. First, so my leather handmade from Afghanistan pistol holster jacket. I have a Bursa Thunder 380 pistol, very similar to a Walter PPK. I like the dark and the green, and it fits really, really good in my hands, so it feels good. I've practiced shooting with it. I'm getting better and better. It carries a 8-round magazine, caliber's 380. I got probably with a one little belt holster. There's 8-round mag in the chamber, 2 more 8-round mags right here, and these pouches, 10 here and 10 here. I got an additional 3 boxes of 380, 50 rounds a box, so 150 extra rounds of backup ammo, so over 200 rounds ready to go. Now, one thing I did learn is that whatever the original magazine type that comes with the firearm that you get, if it does come with magazine, that is the type of probably magazine you want to stick with. These specific magazines were made in Argentina. Bursa is from Argentina, South America. The problem is you know, I did not know this originally, but I went and bought, you know, some Italian magazines. And every single time I use it, I literally mean every freaking time, they jam. They're cheap, they're crap. Fortunately, I put myself on the wait list from Bursa, and it took about 1.5 to 2 years, but then finally they got more, you know, magazines in stock, and I ordered them, so now I've got 4 specifically made Argentina that goes with the Bursa Thunder 380 pistol. So I got the right type of magazines, and now they don't jam at all. So a lot more efficient and reliable. So there's that. And then even if I do not have this magazine on my belt, then I only have the magazine that's in here, 2 more, and then all these 10 rounds here, 10 rounds here. That's 44 rounds right there. I add the extra belt holster magazine. There's a total of 52 rounds. So 52 rounds right now on me, 44 with the leather jacket holster. So then my other survival firearm is over here. This is Savage Model 42 takedown up and over rifle. It's very similar to like a skeet shotgun. It takes 2 rounds that have to be pulled out and ejected. A 22 long rifle in the top barrel, 410 shotgun. Unfortunately, 410 shotgun shells are really hard to find right now. And then I modified some things, as you can see. I added a Surefire flashlight to the front. Batteries are already inside, so unfortunately I have not been able to find, for this old model, a pressure switch that connects to the flashlight. Put it right here, and then when I press down on it, it would automatically turn on. Still looking for that. I added a Picatinny rail with a Exion red dot sight. I added a sling that can hold 25 410 shotgun rounds, and then I added this ammo fabric around the buttstock holster that holds 36 top and bottom, 22 long rifle rounds on one side and 22 rounds on the other side. So 72 rounds here, 25 rounds here, 1 in each of the chambers. So all together, and these 2 items disassemble, kind of like that. They split in half, and then I have the it came with it, a carrying case, and I've got a cleaning kit. I got a Ziploc bag of extra 22 rounds, 410 rounds, earplugs, and all of that. Rifle cleaning case all inside here to carry it around when need be. Otherwise, I pretty much wall mount it here in my living room on the wall near the front door, ready to go. So there are my actual survival weapons that I carry with me. I also have a newer, put under my shirt, like a Velcro waist holster. Has some little pockets for other things too. And I've got an hidden ankle holster, and I have a weapons concealment weapon permit for Washington State. So there's that. And then whether, you know, if we get a knock on the door from fire department, police officers, whatever, saying that we got to go now, it's a mandatory evacuation. Sorry about that. There are 2 additional items I would definitely grab. One of them is what just fell, and or the whole toolbox itself, and that is a mini crowbar, brand new, and high quality. I looked up the brand and stuff. Mini bolt cutters. So that I would definitely grab, throw either in my vehicle, or when I like pull out my summer winter combo clothing, eat some of my, you know, expendable use up food and throw away the garbage. I make some more room. I would take these kind of things and throw them inside the bug out bag. So there's that. Okay. Other than that, I also would have already worn in, all-terrain, all-weather, Gore-Tex, worth the money boots. Now these I got for right around 140, 150 bucks, Redhead, and I got these from Bass Pro Shop in northern Colorado Springs, not far away from the Air Force Academy. These are currently almost like my everyday wear. Even I had a few slices in certain areas, like over here, and I took it to a shoe shop and had it repaired. So I wear these every day. They're already pretty worn in. I go hiking with them and all that, so those work as well. And then these are brand new, $200 from Cabela's. They're Danner. I got the original box to put them in. Danner boots. These are very similar to military combat boots that we got issued, but these type are better. A lot of soldiers who had the money would go out and buy something like this, but they would be like, desert, tan and all that, of either Danner or the other brand is Belleville. And those types of boots, each time I bought them, wore them, nearly every day for 2 whole years, and lasted right about 2 whole years before needing to be replaced. And then I wear socks, and then I have spare socks amongst the pile here. So already pre-worn in, good high quality, and I like how these ones are darker color, whether black, dark brown, something like that, to go well with my summer-winter combo military BDU woodland camouflage outdoor uniform. I wouldn't want these things to be white or tan or whatever. So now let's actually go over what is actually here on the table. So let's go through little areas. Let's go through pretty much the clothing stuff that's right here in front of me. First thing is, this would be on one of the little D-ring hooks on the shoulder straps, a solid hard case pair of Oakley sunglasses with the frames, sunglass lenses, and the clear lenses as well. But I also have something else in here, USB cable, which is not just USB hookup, and it's for one phone. I've got the one that it's a single, and then it has the other 2 as adapters. So this can be micro, iPhone, or C. The C is what I use for most of my electronics. So add that to it, plug it into whatever, and I've got, a phone charger pretty much for anybody. So there's that. And then this is very, very important. Came up with a great idea. Talking with like Red Cross, they usually like to hand over give you a Ziploc bag with a listing of all most important documentation that you should probably keep your originals in, and throw it somewhere in your freezer, because if there's like a fire or something like that, and the freezer doesn't open up, then everything inside of it's protected. So this is a digital scanning version of documentation with an encryption password on it, and also in a decent thick mini Ziploc bag to protect it more from the elements. So the reason why I did this is because I read multiple articles, a part of my research, on how even to this day, Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans and Louisiana, southern Louisiana area, especially in New Orleans, how much it affected people. And that was in August of 2015 is when Hurricane Katrina hit southern Texas and devastated it. There are still people to this day, nearly 18 years later, who still haven't got their insurance money payouts. Why? Because they literally lost everything. They lost their ID cards. They lost their social security cards. They lost their birth certificates. They lost their driver's license. They lost almost every important piece of documentation that they would need in order to prove who are they, and to prove to insurance companies or whatever, you are who you say you are, and you have also documentation proof and maybe contract numbers or whatever, proving to us that you, this is you, and yes, you have these insurance policies. So I learned from that mistake, and now I have scanned copies on an encrypted thumb drive that I keep in here of every important documentation that I can literally think of. Birth certificate for both me and my mom, social security cards, every major ID card that shows who I am since I was young to now, college stuff, my VA disability card, social security card, current, bank insurance card, vehicle registration, the current one, my vehicle title, Just every single thing I can literally think of on top of a personal property living will, my like nearly 200 page, personal journal on a Word document and stuff like that. Anything that I think is super important and critical is on this thumb drive. So I can, even if I don't have the original actual papers, having digital scans is better than nothing to show who you are, even with the pictured IDs and all that kind of stuff. That's why that is like super important and critical. So doing it more instead of just a basic paper and Ziploc bag in a freezer, going more digital form as well. So there's that. I've got Woodland winter version ball cap. So have some kind of hat. If I wanted to get in one of my little suitcases, I probably have some the newer multi-cam, a couple different items, including a sun hat that's the full circle one, little wavy and stuff. Looks like a sunflower. And what's great about this winter version, it's kind of like a baklava. The interior comes out, and so now you have a winter version. It protects your ears, so kind of like a baklava. So there's that. I really, really like pugs. 1 second, sorry. Things keep falling. So pugs, you get these at like, Chevron and Shell gas station. This is a little mini case, and what it is are little sunglass goggles. And it looks like, yeah, okay. So yeah, little sunglass goggles. I really like these things. Good to have if you need something more than just normal sunglasses. These are actual like fully goggles, so they are sealed off from the outside. So if you're jump on the back of a motorcycle or whatever, have the window down, it's a dust storm or something like that. Pugs sunglass goggles could be very useful too. So this is a little stuff sack with it is a Sea to Summit insect shield repellent apparel head net. So whether I just put this over my head or I put on a ball cap to push it out a little bit and put the bug net over, which is a form of a first aid because bugs can carry things. It's protecting your whole head area from being eaten alive by insects and stuff like that. So there's that. Rigger's belt already set up for me. Heavy duty buckle, super strong belt. So something similar to a military uniform belt that they would issue to us, the government would. Tactical gloves, workman gloves. So get your hands dirty, protect yourself though, and it also has in the knuckle area Kevlar knuckles. A lot of soldiers wear these when they're on patrol or stuff, or we have to, go in a construction yard, pick up wood or shovel or whatever, so you don't get splinters or cut your hand. You're protecting your hands and all that. So workman gloves with Kevlar knuckles. I got these from a surplus store in Beaverton, and been looking for a good pair, but I was always confused on what size I was. It's like I have to physically put them on to make sure they fit properly. So size is important. These are kind of interesting. They're like Red Cross emergency socks. So if your boots are completely destroyed, and it has these little rubber, grip materials on the bottom, I put these on my feet, and so they're their own unique form of shoes. So a third, back up form of, but super lightweight form of like slipper shoe thing, sock shoes with the toes and everything in it. And then what do I have for actual clothing? Pretty much I have it's like a workout breathable polyester dark brown short sleeve shirt system within a heavy duty Ziploc bag, and then an FM 21-76 Army Survival Guide uniform from like the 1970s. So there's that in a Ziploc bag, protect it from getting wet. Even if I get wet, fall in a creek or whatever, some things are more protected. And then in this Ziploc bag, I got an extra pair of underwear, black fleece cap, extra pair of wool socks, and a military gator neck, which is stretchy scarf that is, circular cylinder. You put on your neck, and then you can also use it as like a bandana mask as well. So, and it helps keep you warmer too. Nylon originally issued woodland camouflage rain poncho from the military, and this has many different uses. Normal rain poncho. Use it as it has the whole things in a lot of the corners and sides, so you can string it up and create rain, shelter. Put it on the ground as like a picnic sheet if you want. There's a hood in the center, so maybe if it's raining and all, you do shelter, and then water's flowing down, you can use that to refill, so to water catch as well. A lot of different uses for this type of stuff. So, but mainly to protect from the elements. Then I have a woodland camouflage summer version. There's summer and winter BDU uniforms. The summer ones have really light lines in them. The winter ones are like solid color. There's no like little light lines in it. So then this size fully fits me. When I was skinnier, I had ones that were for skinny people, and I got larger size ones, and I got patches, name tapes, all that. And as a combo, so this is summer version. So I put these on, and then they're almost like mechanic coveralls. So I'm protecting the majority of my body. I wear underwear, I wear socks, I wear that brown short sleeve shirt, put this uniform on over it, rigger's belt that blends in with this. It's not like a white color or tan color, either black or dark green or something like that. And then I also have, so that's a summer combo, but I'm protecting almost everything other than my hands are exposed, neck and face head area. Everything else is covered up with footwear, socks, pants, underwear, shirt, and my uniform itself. So then you can, I got the dark brown Gen 3 cold weather polypro top and bottom, kind of like a sweatshirt kind of material, but military issued. This can go underneath the main uniform, and then you put this stuff on over it, or it can go over the uniform, either or. So that is a very effective, very tactical, wilderness survival summer winter combo clothing to mix in, rain poncho, to mix in spare socks, to mix in the tactical work gloves with either the Oakley sunglasses or Pug sunglass goggles, and a military ball cap to go with it, or I can get the sun cap as well. So, and then if winter gloves are needed, then I have a pair, brand new still in its case. This is my second brand new pair. My other pair is within my heavy duty leather coat. Each of the gloves are in the proper side pockets. I also have a fleece cap and gator neck within the coat pockets as well. And what these are is the brand is known as Churchill. I found my first pair. This is one of the two gloves that I have left for my first pair, so that's my second pair. This would be my third. Best winter gloves I've ever found or worn or used in my life. This first original pair I found in a Cowboys and Sons Indian store in Steamboat Springs, Colorado in the Rocky Mountains. And I put them on, and it's Churchill, made in Chehalis, Washington, which kind of surprised me because that's about an hour north of here in Ridgefield. And it's deer skin exterior. The specific brand is known as Maverick. And then the inside, it has Sherpa, almost like sheep fur skin stuff. And so it's to get the Sherpa, not just the exterior leather, it's a Maverick-C. And on average, I bought them for right around $90 a piece, but with inflation, of course, that might be over $100 now. So I put these on, some of the best leather gloves. I've been on a military firing range at Fort Carson, Colorado, with a foot of snow outside, did 12, 14 hours on the range to do some 50 cal and M249 saw night fire exercises. It was like 5 or 10 degrees outside, freezing. I put these gloves on. My hands never got cold. That's how effective. I think they could be negative 10 degrees and my hands would still get cold. I mean, hell, you might even have to push it to past -20 for your hands to actually feel it in these things. An excellent pair of winter gloves. And just in case I lost the right one when I was doing a road trip through Manhattan, New York, my right-handed glove fell out of my coat pocket, so I still have the left one. If I ever lose a left one for these other two pairs, I have a backup. So, but I just wanted to show them off. So, from Churchill, and then Maverick, either Maverick for just the leather, Maverick-C for the leather with a deerskin leather with the Sherpa fur inside. Highly recommend. One of the best pair of winter gloves I've ever had or seen or used. So other than that, sleeping system, Enlightened Equipment sleeping blanket system. It could be a blanket, it could be a sleeping bag. And on top of that, there's actually another function to it that I forgot about. You could personalize it for the material, thickness, color, all that. So the exterior is dark green like this, while the interior is orange, like a traffic cone orange, which can be used as a form of a signal sheet, signal blanket, what we us military people would know as VS-17 panel, which is kind of like a little protective. It can be like a rain poncho that you hang up, a little extra shelter for shade. It can it's a signal panel sheet. It could be a picnic little sheet to put on the ground, and so you can eat and all that kind of stuff. So that has a secondary function for signaling as well. And the exterior is also double thickness, while the interior is just normal one layer. So, and that's why it was $400 or $500 personalized to me. Then I have a Sea to Summit, a very nice material made. This is a little one-person, regular size, pretty much blow up yoga mat little mattress from REI. So there's that. Here's Eros pillow, made of the same material and all that. Sea to Summit, comfortability, really good fabric material. It's a blow up pillow with some good little fabric and all that. It's very comfortable. So there's that. I have a little thing, so hygiene stuff, and one thing I have in here is back from my basic training days. I got still a little case of face camo paint with a little mirror, which also can be used to signal to try to get someone's attention. So it has a couple different purposes. I have a pack, and this would be my hygiene stuff, which would be in my woodland camouflage waist pack on the very top. Pouch on the very top of my bug out bag, and a thing full pack ready to go, still moist, 48 flushable biodegradables, environmentally safe dude wipes as well, which I get from REI. So that's good to go. They do dry out after a while, but that takes like 2 or 3 years. But so these ones I can feel are still moist, so that's good. Personal hygiene pack that I've been slowly but surely building upon. I swear I've got the dropsies, the Butterfingers today. So, thing of sunblock, probably about a dozen extra strength Tylenol things, Schick razor with extra razors, even a little rubbery cover for the front where the razor on the handle, full razor blade system. I got a little rubber cover for it. 2 bottles of Crest toothpaste. I got a thing of Axe deodorant, a thing of foot powder. This is Head & Shoulders, but it's not actually Head & Shoulders. It's just the bottle. Once it was all used up, I put a thing I have underneath the sink. I bought a big bottle of it to use when I was in Africa, when I thought I was going to be there for 9 months, of a type of shampoo that I got from, I think it was a Bass Pro Shop. That was a non-scented body wash shampoo. Because if you when you have a sweetness smell on you, that's where bugs will eat you alive. So by having a body wash shampoo soap that gets me clean but leaves no extra scent, then the bug will leave me alone. Got a little case tube of hand sanitizer. I got lighter, a little bottle of Crescent mouthwash, Gillette brand new thing of shaving cream, little soap, toothpaste. I got some Dayquil, NyQuil pills in here as well. I've got high quality, really thick, strong thing of fingernail clippers, foldable toothbrush, chapstick, even in a Ziploc bag, a steel wool scrub brush thing that's a spray that's a sunblock / bug spray, little first aid pouch, a little ferrule rod, which also can have like a little tiny cheese grater thing that can create some tinder from a stick or something. Nose trimmers. I got a little comb in here as well. Even some one or two empty blank Ziploc bags, and even little 2 bags from my old timeshare resorts on it's like little laundry packs of powdered laundry that are environmentally friendly. So if I want to go old school and clean my, say, clothes uniform in a creek or river, lake or whatever, it won't hurt the environment. So that is everything that I have within my personal hygiene bag, on top of 2 brand new, high quality towels in their own little Ziploc bags with their own little D-rings on them. A lot of 550 paracord, probably 300 to 400 feet, maybe even up to 300 to 500 feet of nylon 550 paracord, which can have so many functions to it. I got a little memorandum notepad thing. I got normal pen, American flag pen, black new Sharpie, and a white paint marker that could come in handy. I'll probably have to get a newer one, but every year go to rest stops or whatever, or recreational places, tour guide shops or whatever, and try to get yourself like that state and your surrounding state paper atlases, and have them more current type every year, every 2 years or whatever. So having a good paper map, and they hand these out at recreational information rest stop areas. So for Washington, that's what I have for Washington, but I could also probably be smart to get one for Oregon, Idaho, surrounding states. This is a little Reebok zipper, waterproof little backpack with some rope string. This is a good thing to drop my pack, create my camp, and all that. Maybe I get away from my camp and I'm foraging for plants that I can eat that are edible, fruits, berries, whatever, or even or I get a fish or something like that, little fish, and have something to carry with it and all that. So put all that stuff in here. It's got a couple zipper compartments, and take it back to base camp. This is a monocular with a little lanyard that can also detach. So this is a really good high quality normal monocular, Celestron 10 by 25. I got it from, and it's waterproof. I got it from REI. The pouch is on the waist strap of the 3-day Condor Assault backpack. And what I would really like to get at some point in time when that gets small enough, because I only see bigger types, is something that's like this that can be used as a normal monocular, but it also has digital devices for night vision. If I can find one that's about this small, not too big and bulky, to have night vision or normal monocular 2-in-1, then that's what I prefer. That's what I'm looking for. So there is that. It's always good to have some kind of scope. A thing of electrical tape. This is a pin fishing pole. So to have some kind of fishing reel is better than no fishing reel. So it comes with a little fishing reel itself that you pull this all out, you attach it securely, and then it came with a little tiny tackle box with some bobbers and stuff. So and it's quite strong. I've seen people buy it and do reviews on it, and you can catch a decent sized medium sized fish with it. So for a part of first aid, which I'll be getting here to a minute, this is a flask I got from Afghanistan. It came with a cigarette lighter and a little Swiss Army knife thing. And this has rubbing alcohol in it, so not the type that you drink, but good for first aid. And then this cigarette lighter case, I have 2 big lighters. I have a little bullet, a keychain bullet that's actually a flint fire rod starter match, and I have one of my business cards to identify who I am. So there's that. I've got a little Smith knife sharpener, as well. So for fine and coarse, and then the little rod thing, sharpen a knife if it need be. I've got that came with this there were souvenirs of mine from Afghanistan, and this is a little Swiss Army knife with even a corkscrew on it, and then the little Phillips screwdriver, and it's attached to a Colgan's whistle / compass / thermometer / magnifying glass. You get those almost any place that has like a camping section. A thing of 20-second different colored Black Cat smoke bombs. I've got more of these with lighters and stuff in my cooler on lockbox sports rack lockbox container on top of my car, even in my glove compartment with another lighter. I got multiple of them. Whether these can be used for things like ninja smokescreen, to cover your escape. It can be used to signal somebody, especially the brighter color ones, yellow, orange, that are not natural colors. So it's like a smoke screen. I'm right here, get their attention. You're in thick forest, but they're looking for you. And then someone like, hey, I got like yellow smoke, I got orange smoke, I got purple smoke, I got blue smoke. They're 20-second smoke bombs. So as long as they're not duds. So have multiple packs of those, and on top of that, can be used to scare away wildlife too, especially those that threaten you: cougars, bears, coyotes, wolves. Most of them do not like the smell of smoke, and when they smell smoke, they go the opposite direction. So another feature. I got 3 of these. They're waterproof. They're called Blackbeard fire starters. You can dunk this whole thing, leave it in water for a day, pull it out, chop off a little piece, and immediate light it with no issues, no problems. So it's its own unique version of a Duraflame fire log is what it is. And it's encased in stuff and all that, so you can just chop off. This can probably be, I would say, 7 to 10 little pieces that you can chop off for fires. So there's 20 to 30 fires that can be made with just these 3 rope things, and they weigh like nothing. So Blackbeard fire starters. So there's that, and then normally before I would have the military foldable, but it's heavier, it's thicker, entrenching tool shovel, and then once I got this, it had other functions to it, but I didn't care about the other functions. But then knowing that this super lightweight shovel with it also can be a bottle cap opener as well. Works just fine for what I need to dig a little hole or whatever. And it could actually have another function that now that I have a pack raft, blow up pack raft in my lockbox container, this could actually be a paddle if need be. Or I attach maybe another stick with paracord tape, whatever, to this to increase the length. But this can not only be a entrenching tool shovel, it can also be a bottle cap opener, and it can also be a paddle for a pack raft. So, and then the pouch right here as well, and I have also a brand new foldable Ziploc bag inside as well, just in case I need it. So there's that. Let's get into a little bit of the first aid. With my actual first aid whole pouch, which is right here, even have my name tape in it from the military, Wanamaker right there, and this was like a personal hygiene bag that I turned into my own personalized first aid kit. Added some things from Cabela's $30-ish range, Sam's Splint 2 military version. So it's a splint foldable, put on there, unfold, compress it. It's like creating your own cast to create a splint for leg or your extremities, arms or legs, for screwed up arm, screwed up ankle, leg, whatever, a forming splint. That's really good to have. I got a couple, 2 or 3 rolled up, kind of like the Febreze garbage bags to pick up after myself. To get someone's attention if need be, a highly reflective traffic cone orange PT belt. So strap it like a sash or whatever, and then a self-applying one-person tourniquet system. You self-apply it, and then twist and lock it into place and all that. And then it has, whether you use blood or pen or whatever to write the time that you applied it on it and everything. So little extra components there. And then this personal hygiene bag. Then I have another one that's tan that I use for all my actual personal hygiene when I travel. And I use this for creating my own personal high quality first aid kit. I got the medical scissors, nose tube, heavy plastic tweezers. I got a pen. I've got a 9-volt with an IR strobe light, green goo. This stuff's really cool. All natural green goo, first aid and outdoor salve. This thing can work for wounds, scrapes, chafing, poison ivy, cracked hands and feet, sunburns, and insect bites. In fact, I got a second thing of this for my lightweight. It's kind of like a fanny pack, but for the back area with little, shoulder strap things. So I put that in there with my other first aid kit in there. I've got a lighter, the cold pack, 2 5-hour energies, some candles, all in here. This one detaches. There's another pouch behind it, zipper case. I've got earplugs, I've got the Ace bandaging, I've got a Click Heat hand warmer, I've got medical tape and other Band-Aid stuff, and all that, some of the medical medications that you need. And then lots of Band-Aids, quick clot packs. I've even got the 2-in-1 dual purpose poncho and space blanket. So it's like a rain poncho, one dark green if you're wanting to blend in with your wilderness environment, one traffic cone orange if you want to be seen. Protection from rain and cold, retain critical head heat, hands-free protection, and thermal mylar design, emergency poncho. It's Prepared 4X. Got it from Amazon, and their own little zipper bags as well. A little bottle of aloe vera ointment, bunch of Band-Aids, even Q-tips, several glow sticks. I have a little mini sewing kit. I've got a little pack of flat duct tape roll, gloves, another second self-applying tourniquet, face mask stuff, a what is this? Trauma wound dressing. So a lot of different things. Oh, even a credit card folding knife if I need that's brand new, never used, if I need a knife. And it is sharp. So all of that can be found within my first aid kit. So a lot of very useful items. How to really organize it well, figure it all out, put like items together, and then smash it in this thing. And I put it in the side pocket near the skirts of the top of the side pocket of the bag, and then remove a few small items, grab it by the handle, and pull the whole thing out. This thing even has a little thing right here where you have a hook and then can hang it off of something if you need to. So there's that personal first aid. So I got a good amount of hygiene, I got a good amount of first aid. Okay, next, Life filter straw. This is one of the more updated current versions. So you take this, you can also get the water bottle version. I have that with my little hiking lower backpack thing, and it's like a fanny pack. And so you get the water bottle version. This is built into the lid and all that. And then you take this off. Heavy duty filter system to drink from mud puddles, creeks, ponds, lakes, any kind of fresh water source. Just don't do it if there's, like, you see kind of oil or something, some chemical mixed in with the water that looks like a rainbow color, like someone added soap to it or something. But you put it in there, you suck a little bit, you got to get this whole thing wet for it to be effective. So suck it up a little bit, push it out, suck it up, push it out, do that a couple times. And then it's like drinking a thick shake through a straw. That's pretty much what it feels like. Eventually you'll get it, and it's, you know, filtered 99.9% micro filter life straw, so you can drink other sources of fresh water, but without getting any kind of contaminants, to keep yourself from preventing it from getting sick. So, and then I also have one of those in a Ziploc bag. It's a bicycle chainsaw with the little rope handle things. So, you know, pull it out, and then so you can cut things. It's either that, or if I'm near my car, I've got one of those mini little battery pack electric chainsaws as well. So there's that. More recently, I finally got a pair of walkie-talkies, which I would, you know, make sure they're fully charged before I leave. Any electronic devices, even in my car, I'll make sure they're fully charged before I leave. These are called Rocky-Talkies. They're very rugged. You can beat the living, I mean, you can throw these things, beat the hell out of them, and they'll probably still work. They're made in Colorado, and it's even like there's no glass right here. It's all hard plastic, but it's translucent, hard plastic, tough plastic right here. So there we go. So you can actually see the numbers. Just a higher, brighter LED light to push through the plastic. So a built-in like D-ring onto it, and then even a cord little D-ring. So heavy duty, and I even have the user manual, so you know I don't forget how to use it properly and all that. So I have those in one of the pouches of my bug out bag. I think the range is about 5 miles ish, right about 5.5. Rocky-Talkies, if you want to look them up. Lighting sources. So this is a Luminaid blow up lantern. Little, you know, you unfold it, you blow it up. Very similar to this. This is like a home countertop one. This one, you know, solar panel, USB plug-in. You put in a USB cord and charge your devices. So the sun charges it. Has a indicator light on it, and then the actual power. So you blow it up, different settings and all that. So this is a mini version of that. It has an exterior woodland thing with, and the back of it will be clear like this. I keep this one in my kitchen, but I wanted to show without unfolding all of it and all that what this is. So Luminaid, it was on Shark Tank and stuff. Some college students went to the Philippines, a disaster hit. Everybody was out of power, so they came up with this, and it became a big hit. So solar panel charging, I hang it off of an S-ring on the outside, so it's always charging. And then, you know, you unfold it, you blow it up, and then LED light in the back. So they, unfortunately, for whatever reason, they don't make these mini versions anymore. So high, medium, low, and a blinking pattern. So get rid of that. Let me fold this back up real quick. Okay. Hand cranking and solar panel and hand cranking, fully waterproof. Can go down to 30 feet deep. Hand cranking LED flashlight. You can attach a lanyard right here, and then, you know, low, medium, low and high, and a blinking signal pattern, and it can go 30 feet deep, and you can probably beat it up a bit too. Another company, Ivation, other than Secure, makes pretty much the exact same flashlight, but I believe in an orange color. So, one of the most comfortable headlamps in the 50-ish, $40 to $50-ish range, and this is from the company BioLite. This is specifically the headlamp 330, and they have about 5 or 6 other ones, 400, 450, 500. So this is the headlamp 330. I think it was one of their first ones. And instead of getting a normal headlamp that has the batteries in the very front and it, weighs it all down, this has a movable up and down flat, super comfortable LED light that's normal. You can do red as well, and then you have high, low, direct. That has a lot of settings, but you have to push the button quick. And then it has a cord right here sewn onto the whole headband, and then the USB battery pack is in the bag. You have to adjust it just a little bit so it fits properly, but it distributes the weight of this headlamp. And it has ones with bigger, LED lights and all that. It's like 400, 450, 500 one. From BioLite, I think it's BioLiteCampstoves.com and all that, and they've got a lot of other systems. I got a BioLite 2-liter kettle pot here. I've had for my brother's bug out bags. I bought them the bundle set, which is the camp stove. They had a 1.0, now I have a 2.0 version. I replaced the 1.0 in my older brother's bug out bag with the 2.0. And then a grill, it has a lid cover on the top. 6-liter kettle pot, heat grip, pour spout. There's a plastic bowl in the bottom. This is an extra accessory, which is a coffee press to use with the 6-liter kettle pot. So I originally had this system in my bug out bag, but then realized that that's good if there's 2 or more people in your group. If it's just me, I want something that's lighter weight and more compact, and I'll go into that stuff. This is what I originally had. If you have 2 or more people in your group, this BioLite Camp Stove Bundle System from BioLite right there is a great system. They do a lot of like solar energy efficient type of devices. So there's that. So the BioLite headlamps are some of the most comfortable, well-balanced, well-designed headlamps. And anytime if electricity goes out, or I grab this from my bag when I take my little hiking lower back fanny pack bag as well. I put this in there just in case I have gone hiking and then I'm getting close to my car, but it's already starting to get dark kind of thing. So I'll grab this and make sure it's fully charged as well. So either that or I have my cell phone as a flashlight. So there's that. Okay, so some tools. I have a little pouch from the military with a multi-tool Gerber, which pliers with a inner side Swiss Army knife kind of stuff. I was for multiple units. I was a supply sergeant. I was also had a secondary function for almost all my units as a unit armor as well, dealing with small arms maintenance, and a Gerber, multi-tool Gerber was like skeleton key. It was the master key, to fix things, dealing with weapons problems. So there's that. More recently, I had a great idea, and I have practice with it. I got these from online. I've heard about them through advertisements. They're like newer 21st century, came from China. They've got several different types, and these are key multi-tool lockpick sets. One is a SC1 2-in-1 pack, and the other one's KW1 2-in-1 pack. One is for a normal doorknob lock, and the other is for a deadbolt. So, and I have used them on my back balcony, porch, and storage closet, and I usually can pick a lock on a door or whatever within several minutes or less. So this is a good thing to have. So if I'm, apocalyptic world environment, and I don't want to bust down the door kind of thing, and create a bunch of noise and racket and all that, I might be able to lockpick it within a couple of minutes. If it takes more than 10 minutes, then we'll probably give up and want to break down the door. So, and then I do have some food stuff with me. As of right now, I've got half a bag of raisins. I've got a powdered egg pack. I've got a backpacker's pantry hot apple cobbler for a dessert. I've got 2 different flavors, herb and garlic and the lemon, sun-kissed tuna packs. I've got beef stroganoff with noodles, Mountain House dehydrated food, just add water and then stir it and let it sit for a few minutes. And a brisket entree with seasoned beef brisket slices MRE. So I've got a good amount of backup food, plus I've got even more, 30 different types of Mountain House dehydrated food in a cooler in the lockbox container above my car and my roof rack, on top of a full box of MREs. I've got bottled water, I've got Cliff bars and all that too. I purchased these recently. They're like little squeeze bottles for like, ketchup, mayonnaise, jelly or whatever. I can put different things in here and then, seal them and all that and take them with me. I've got a little seasoning container, and I put it in a stuff sack to protect it. The lid's down here, but this was full of different sprinkles, so it was a sprinkle container. It's got 6 different compartments. I've put cinnamon, seasoning salt, onion salt, garlic salt, normal salt, and pepper in here. So I put it in a stuff sack to protect it from anything really getting out and spilling. The stuff sack came from an old Aero Sea to Summit pillow. So there's that. And then other devices, cooking stuff pretty much. So like I was saying, when I had the BioLite, this is a BioLite 2-liter kettle pot. When I had the big bundle thing right here, I had a 6-liter. I would fill it all up, I would boil it, and then I'm like, I only use about 2 liters. If it's good for 6 liters if you have 2 or 3 or more people in your group. And all that. So it was just, it was big and bulky. It was useful, but big and bulky unless you're in a group. So then before they stopped making it, what BioLite is known for is their thermal electric generator things. So that this, will recharge this. This is a little battery pack with a USB plug-in handle. Has a power indicator on it as well. And so as you're heating this up, 2 liters of water, then it will recharge this. And then I even have a little from BioLite as well. One second. This is a tap LED reading light. So power it on and then tap. There we go. So this is 3/4 charged right now, and I'd hook it back up to something to get it before I leave to fully charge it. So there's that, or I can hook up my phone or whatever. So I have some light, while cooking, and then I can use this for whatever, pouring it my dehydrated food. Have a little I got from Yellowstone National Park, a little cup with a D-ring. So have that, and then pour hot water in there, make hot tea, hot chocolate, whatever. I got some utensils. I've got one of the Colgan silverware. It's got a knife, it's got a can opener, it's got a spoon, it's got a fork, and these can disassemble into 2 pieces. So I have that to use for utensils to eat with. I've got the silicone heat grip little tiny spatula I got from Bed Bath & Beyond recently. I've got a heat grip little tongs, so ready to go. And I even got a little rubber silicone heat grip thing, little baster as well. I've got this as well. 1 second. I've got a little tiny bamboo cutting board I got from Bed Bath & Beyond. This is known as the medium size one. They have a small and a large as well. Bear Bowl. And it was on Shark Tank. And what it's very useful is, so plate on here, put it over your fire. This is a firebox folding camp stove. I'll get to that in a second. Put that over the fire. And then this is like a carbon fiber material. So just don't put it directly in the heat. It's got a handle. So now this is a cooking pot, or you unbutton the whole thing. And you can even set it up as like a frying pan. So they have a small version. This is the medium version. That's why I kept it in here. So really good thing to have for cooking utensil instead of carrying the actual solid, pot, solid, a little frying pan or something like that. So This is the Firebox folding camp stove. I've already have it fully opened up and set up. And then this, it has a normal, like half this size little grill top. And this is the extended grill top. 1 second. Okay. There we go. Sorry. So extension grill. You have an ashtray down here at the bottom. Firebox folding camp stove. You can put this inside of it, get it to stay, and then there's a solid surface for you to, you can put canned cooking fuel in these things. You can put charcoal. You can put just sticks and twigs. I have a solid surface now for an egg. And mostly an ashtray at the bottom. You have these as well, which have different functions, like when it's still hot and everything, but you want to get it out of your way. You put it in these little holes, and then you can pick it up and you can move it. They even have like tiny, little tiny square Firebox folding camp stove. I gave that for my younger brother's lightweight survival bug out bag. You can put these through these holes and make little stands out of it, cross stands. You can even order more if you need them. So put it through there. Second. And then so now you can hold things when the fire's down below. So very useful, you know, it has a little bit of weight to it, but still overall very useful to do the things that you want to do, and it's not as big and bulky as the Firebox folding camp stove. So many different functions, you know, for it, putting it over an open fire, grabbing onto it, charcoal, wood, the canned cooking fuel, normal grill top, and the extension grill top. So Firebox folding camp stove. I think this is their first generation. They've got like 3 now. So there is that. I have a little Ziploc bag. This has like a Ziploc bag of brown sugar and white cane sugar, and a newer, updated little cube-like tea ball with a little dish tray to put it on. And then I've got multiple Ziploc bags of a dozen or so loose leaf teas, fruity teas, some hot chocolate, hot apple cider, and all that kind of stuff. So Ziploc bag to make myself some good fruity hot drinks and stuff while I'm out in the wilderness. Now we're getting into some of the last items, and this is also, I forgot, the Firebox carrying case. You know, you can attach it to a lanyard or whatever. So the original square extension grill and the rectangular one. So this all folds up, and at the very end I'll fold it up and put it away. And now we're getting the last few items, which is anything that is like a bladed weapon, pretty much, a tool or weapon. This is known as the Clax. It is like a several-in-one tomahawk axe head multi-tool. It's from a veteran-owned company from www.cluckerknives.com. So, you know, it has multiple, it'd be a hammer, it's a ruler, has a specialty clamping system. It can be a hex bit, like a wrench kind of thing. It can be, there's a gut hook here, normal blade, and then the side blade to help like sharpen and create, by holding it, like a spear or something from a stick. So, and then you can also use it as like a chopper to chop vegetables or whatever. And this sheath that you can store it in also can attach to your belt right here. So, Clax, you know, and they have another version that's cheaper with all these stuff filled in. So it's like 4 or 5-in-1 instead of like 7-in-1. They make a titanium version as well. And if you're a veteran, you let them know, you'll get military discount because it is a veteran-owned company. And then here is the handle. And then it's just a specialty clamping system. And it'll go on there, clamp down, and then you got a nice tomahawk. Multi-tool tomahawk axe head. Then 2 other bladed weapons. I have a hard case sheath here on the, it's from my right side, hard case sheath for my machete weapon, which is from zombietools.net, made in Montana. The Hooligan, which they don't make this blade anymore, but they make many other ones. They make one-sided, double-sided axes. They make ones that look like katanas. They make like ones that look like giant, small, medium, and large, like meat cleaver blades and all that. Zombietools.net if you want to check it out. So this is the Hooligan, and it is not only my machete, but it also is my, combat sword if I have to do any kind of hand-to-hand combat. So it is laser sharp, and they fold their steel like the Japanese do with their katanas. So it's super strong, but yet it looks like something out of the movie 300, the Spartan swords. So that is my bladed, machete slash combat weapon. And then in that little waist pocket pouch, I recently got as well an upgrade with the hard sheath, which also has strap buckles, and I can attach it to like my back or my belt or whatever. And this is the Parabellum from Zombie Tools, so it's their version of a Bowie knife. So, and then it's when it goes in here, I put it in that hidden, that little waist waist belt, little hidden pocket in the backpack, and then so it's hanging right here, so that way I have good hand grip on it, and then like that, ready to go. If I gotta pull it out quickly, on top of the side sheath attached with paracord to the right side of the backpack, the hard case sheath, which is like right here, so I can pull that out and it's ready to go as well. So I believe that is everything. Let me show you collapsing down this folding camp stove, how compact it gets. So you pull out all of this. There's a little extra pouch I have over on another counter that I put all this in. But you take that, push the bottom up, folds up, then you take this and you have to, like that, and then these little rod things go through here. Make sure the hook things are clamping on there, put through right there, get it through, and now this whole thing is, all together. So, and then you put it in another little pouch thing, little case, and slip this thing right in, and then that's how small, compact that camp stove is from Firebox. So that is everything that I have for my 72-hour survival bug out bag. That covers bladed weapons, cooking stuff, expendable drink stuff, food stuff, walkie-talkies, lighting systems, cookware of different types, filter straw, fire starter stuff, multiple lighters and flint fire rods and all that kind of stuff, fishing pole, map, paracord, summer, winter combo clothing, a bunch of good personal hygiene, first aid, the sleeping bag and pillow and mattress and tent, sunglasses, summer, winter combo clothing, replacement backup clothing, rain poncho, shovel, flashlights, bicycle chain saw with handles, and then of course some exterior items, firearms. I'd if I didn't take my toolbox with me, then I'd grab the bolt cutters and the what do you call this thing? Wrecking bar, so crowbar, that's the word I was looking for. And then grab my weapons, and then grab my boots as well. If anything, I pull these out if I don't have time to put them on right now, and tie the strings together, throw it all with my backpack on, throw that over and let them hang off to the side, and I could change into them later. So that is pretty much everything. Everything on the table here is what goes inside the bug out bag. Nice, neat, and packed and assembled and organized. And just yesterday I posted that video of my 72-hour bug out bag, fully assembled overview with all this stuff pre-packed in it. And I go over, I open it up, I show different things. I talk about, you know, what do I have in the main pocket, what do I have in the pocket above that, what do I have in the side pockets, where do I put everything, where's the first aid kit. I go over all of that. So, you know, with all of our, you know, more extreme, more frequent natural disasters, it's going to pay off to be more prepared, to think ahead, to be more organized, to be more efficient, to have the better quality gear. Now, you cannot prepare for every single thing. If a freaking Yellowstone super volcano goes off, we're all toast. If an asteroid or comet hits us, depending how big it is, it could be, you know, the end of days. It could be a full, you know, human extinction level event, kind of like that movie with Gerard Butler, Greenland, and all that. And that actually reminds me of another thing. One other thing I didn't mention, that throughout a lot of the waterproof, either Ziploc bag, stuff sack, whatever, I have about several $100s worth of cash money, anywhere from $20 here, $40 there, up to $80, several $100s worth throughout the bug out bag. Because what if disaster hits your area, electricity is down, and banks are closed? That means you can't get to your money that's in your bank account. And plastic credit cards or debit cards that's all they are. They're plastic. They're useless. So it is so important that even FEMA and Red Cross have recommended for preparedness to have up to a bare minimum of $200 of emergency cash money, mostly in small bills. And if you have it in your bug-in kit, Rubbermaid tub, bug out bag, whatever, put it in waterproof compartment areas to protect it from anything. So emergency prepper people, $200 is fine, but we would say probably between $500 to $1,000 in emergency cash money, because until electricity goes up or you leave the danger area and you're in an area where you can start using your debit cards and credit cards, your plastic cards again, to get to access to your checking account, the cash that you have on hand, or rare metals, or bartering items, smokes, extra first aid, ammunition, alcohol, cooking supplies, food supplies, anything that you have extra, you're going to probably have to use as bartering tools. So either like gold, silver stuff, so rare metals, emergency cash money, or bartering items for trade. Now with that, I will also recommend one other thing, and that would be to look up and watch certain survival, either TV shows or movies that I would highly recommend, both of what do they do right and what do they do wrong. Because what they do wrong is a lesson within themselves. Certain ones I can think of off of YouTube, which also got me into the up and over 22 long rifle 410 shotgun type of rifle, was from YouTube. A season of Out in the Wild, the Great Alaska Experiment, and Out in the Wild, the Venezuela Experiment. So I learned certain things of how to use a magnesium bar, ferro rod properly, not improperly, the survival rifle, and what can it be used for, not only home defense, but also hunting small game, squirrels, gophers, rabbits, porcupines, and things like that. Maybe even some small birds, gooses, whatever. So good survival rifle, have more ammunition with it on the weapon. And then the Out in the Wild, the Venezuela Experiment, there was this woman on there learned a very valuable life lesson, which was she was a city girl, never really went out in the wilderness, bought a brand new pair of shoes, never pre-wore them in, and went on this survival show. And within 4 or 5 days of survival, trekking it, hiking it, she had blisters the size of my fist. And I'm like, no, you get this brand new pair, you need to pre-wear them in for 2 weeks to a month, go hiking with them several times, pre-wear them in before going on a freaking survival journey. So it was good things to learn what a bunch of civilians who don't really go outside in the wilderness very often and some other people who are wilderness people and hunters and fishers and all that. They're helping each other out, and they're learning the do's and don'ts, you know. So that's a great show to look up on YouTube specifically. Other shows I can think of: 8 seasons of dual survival. Cody Lundin, and they switch out a couple other characters. Cody Lundin was like a desert survivalist. There's another guy who's like later on a jungle survivalist, and they paired those kind of wilderness survivalists who live off the land with military special forces trained people, snipers and stuff. And they go on these different altitudes, climates, regions, all different parts of the world, all different climates and environments. Winter, summer, heat, jungle, Pacific Northwest, rainforest, all of them, all over the world. 8 seasons worth that, and they use their different, survival skills to work as a team and create shelter, find water, filter things, boil things, hunt for things, how to signal for help in different ways, in different environments, different types of shelters, different types of bedding, different ways of boiling water and all that, using bamboo, using the hot stone technique, scavenging for food, all that kind of stuff. It's one of my favorite survival shows. It has 8 seasons worth. Another good TV series was Ultimate Survival Alaska, 3 seasons. It was ran by the Discovery Channel. The first one was kind of getting this footing, and then the other 2 were more like competitions of different unique teams. The wilderness people, the mountaineers, the Olympic racers, and all that. Formed different teams, and there were several moments throughout the 3 seasons where people almost literally died, whether attacked by a grizzly bear, one of their fishing holes, or going across a canyon on a zip-lining rope, and had like 2 different, of the D-ring things, and one of them failed, and he fell 30 feet into the canyon. Some scary stuff, but it was real, Then even though at certain times when they're in competition, they banded together to have defenses from wild grizzlies in Alaska and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes they were in competition. They did the Huckleberry Finn handmade log raft system of different designs to go down on a river and travel very far distances. They have to get from where they start to a finish line area, what they call an EZ extraction point, before traveling to another region and then another region over multiple weeks. It's like an ultimate thing, and you would get if the first one at each of the EZ finish lines get a little barrel with a little gift of thing of extra bag of beans and rice, or some white bread with peanut butter and jelly, or maybe some alcohol, rum or whiskey or something to enjoy themselves, whatever it was, extra food or extra supplies or whatever. So that's a great show. What was it? Ultimate Preppers or something like that. I think Ultimate Preppers. That one was a little bit, kind of eccentric, but they made some good ideas. Survival Preppers or something like that. I'm trying to remember the exact name of it. Something Preppers. And had several seasons. Some of them were kind of extreme. They take things a little far, but they had some great ideas too. And then certain movies as well. 2012, Castaway, definitely, with Tom Hanks. Day After Tomorrow. Arctic was a great one. Greenland with Gerard Butler movie. So it's certain one of those movies, especially Greenland was one of the last ones I really watched, and I just saw knowing how unprepared they were for an apocalyptic disaster event occurring. They got the messages to make your trip to this base to get taken to a safe zone because you have a master's or PhD in engineering or whatever. You're really important. You're on the critical list, and your family goes with. But then the way they pack things, it wasn't pre-packed, it wasn't thought through, and that's what affected when they were at the base. They realized their son's insulin. He grabbed a blanket from their book bag thing. The insulin was on the top. He pulled out the blanket. The insulin fell out. All that kind of stuff. If they would have packed it properly ahead of time, thought about emergency preparedness, then they would have gotten on the road sooner. They wouldn't have been freaking out trying to figure out what to pack, what's most important, what's critical. Other than what I already have in the bug out bag, and then what would be in my car, I would get certain things from the storage closet. I got like a Wavy on, 20-liter metal fuel can, plastic water can with pour spout. I've got one of the water cooler 5-gallon jugs with extra lids. I've got more emergency ration bucket food in my pantry. I would get like my firebox folding camp stove with important paperwork. My 12 terabyte Seagate external hard drive full of TV shows and movies and music. I would grab my more recent, newer laptop with a laptop bag. I would think about everything that I have in home, wallet, keys, all that. What are the most important, most critical items? And then I'm even thinking about this summer, that sometime at point in time before summer ends, I want to grab, make a list, 3x5 card, make a list, and have it on my computer desk ready to go of what are all the most important items, and then go throw them in my car, pre-pack it, pre-organize, take snapshots to remind myself, what did I grab? I have a list of it. What is it? How many of it? And all that. What can I fit? Whether it's just me or it's me and my handicapped mom. So, and then pre-pack my whole 2018 Hyundai Kona with the lockbox container on the top, and pre-pack everything, take pictures of it pre-packed. How would I organize it? What goes where? What's most critical? Food, water supplies, technology, and all that kind of stuff. That is, super important, critical. All my firearms, the extra ammo, everything. So I would look at every room and what is the most important, what is the most critical, other than a little extra little, maybe a small thing of luggage of a couple days worth of clothes and socks and underwear and all that kind of stuff. So, but bug out bag would definitely be some of the most important, along with firearms, certain tools, bolt cutters, crowbar, all of that, and then food, water, spare backup fuel and a gas can with the storage stabilizer stuff in it, so it lasts 12 to 14 months. Spare water. I would be going through everything from every room, on top of a little bit of luggage clothing. So that is pretty much everything I have for my 72-hour personalized, and it's personalized to me, my wants, my needs, my desires, my environment, my altitude, and my climate. Personalized, high quality, 21st century, multifunctional, durable, high quality bug out bag. Personalized bug out bag that fits me and my environment. And the thing is that if I was to move to another region, let's say Florida, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Hawaii, then this bag right now is mainly personalized for like Pacific Northwest, maybe Montana area, maybe Yellowstone, Canada area. So, I would have to, if I moved to a different region, I would have to start looking at every little area, every topic category area, and like, does this work for this environment? If not, pull it out of the bag. Constantly modifying, constantly looking for multi-tool, durable, well-rated, and worth the money items to keep bettering and bettering my bag, making it 21st century, making it multifunctional, making it durable, making it very, very useful, very compact, as light as humanly possible. At one point, it weighed probably 80 pounds, and now it weighs 66. I've had many other things hanging off the outside, and now I don't have as much of that stuff. I've reorganized things. I just keep making it better and better and better and better, and it's worth it because it has saved my butt several times. Road trip traveling, the cash money. Some reason my debit card wouldn't work, credit card stopped working. They were switching out from MasterCard to Visa, and I was out on the road, and they couldn't mail me a new one because I wouldn't be in one spot too soon. So the emergency cash money really saved my butt. Times maybe I broke down in the middle of nowhere, a flat tire, and it was like in 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm pulling out stuff and keeping warm, and I have food and all that. I even have a collapsible silicone coffee pot in my car. And I have this little outlet thing that plugs into the cigarette lighter of the front dash of my vehicle, and it makes it where it's like a little tiny, looking like a little square battery pack. It looks like a hard drive thing from a computer, and it's a it's a transformer thing with a single American outlet plug that can plug into the dash of my car, so I can have that silicone collapsible coffee pot, pour water in it, make hot water for my dehydrated food, or hot tea, hot chocolate, hot cider. So, or I can even, if I maybe get a few oatmeal packets, so I can get just a couple oatmeal packets, the pretty little packets with flavor, and then I can make myself oatmeal, as well. So, that is pretty much everything I have. I hope this was very informative. I hope you check out the different TV shows and movies and watch them and learn. Emergency preparedness. We have a saying in the logistical quartermaster supply world in the military. It is better to have and not need than to need and not have. Being clean, being organized, thinking ahead, being prepared in different categories in different regions. I've known people who would get like the old Vietnam, like rucksacks and gear, because maybe that's what they grew up with or whatever, and they don't really look for the newer 21st century good quality, durable, multifunctional, not as fallible or heavy kind of gear. I've known people. I had a female best friend from high school and her significant other. They might have a good food stock and stuff at home. They're in the middle of the wilderness and all that. But the main focus that he has is not really food and water and first aid and all this other stuff. It's firearms and ammunition. I mean, he has a arsenal, and it's like that's his main focus. Just firearm, weapon protection. Okay, eventually you'll run out of ammo. Where's your blades? Where's your different kind of blades? Where's your strong blades? Where are your electrical devices? Where's your personal hygiene? Where's your camping gear? Where's your bug out bag? And all this other kind of stuff. Well, what do you have not only in your home to escape from the area, to survive off of, and what do you have in your, inside and outside of your vehicle, in your glove compartment, underneath the seats, in the back trunk area, a truck bed that covers up, or near the spare tire? What kind of different survival emergency preparedness devices do you have that can save you in this situation, in this situation, in this situation? The biggest question is, what is the natural disaster? What is the danger? Do you survive whatever the initial disaster danger is? And if you do, can you get to your gear? If you can, then you are better off than 98% of pretty much everybody else around you. And so your chances of survival, your stress level, your worries, your concerns, your fears, you'll probably be tired, you'll probably be exhausted, you might get hungry, you might be a little dehydrated at some point, but you're just trying to extend your survival to fully live, to live as long as possible, as comfortably as possible, with the right gear and the right equipment. So the more you prepare and think about preparedness, the better off you will be, the less worried, less concerned, less stressed, less fearful, and the longer you will last and survive and not be massively dehydrated and starving to death. So that is all I have. I hope you enjoyed this 72-hour bug out bag layout video. Like I said before, I have other videos that I just created. That was a home preparedness and readiness ideas advice video, the vehicle preparedness and readiness advice video going inside and outside my car, and then another 72-hour bug out bag video. I've also got a 24-hour bug out bag video, new and old, and that was my older brother's bag. And pretty much I go over the other 72-hour one is all this that's on the table, all packed away, assembled, fully assembled, packed away, organized within the bug out bag, of the bug out bag just laying here on the table, and me opening up each pocket and going through, this is what I have in this pocket, and this is why, and what are these items, what can it do for me, and just like I just did. So check out those other ones, and I have newer topic videos coming out. I'm going to do an updated financial literacy one, Pacific Northwest Tour Guide advice video. I came up with a new topic subject that here in a week I'll probably be able to create on how to be a high quality, good multitask problem solver. So I thought of that, and I'm really good at that. So there's a new topic I'm coming out with here soon. So I hope you guys have a good summer. You stay safe, you get prepared, you get cleaned, you get organized, you get efficient. You help each other out, you take care of yourself and your family. And please hit like, please hit subscribe, please make any comments. And hopefully most of them are positive. And if you have any questions on type of gear, what would I recommend? Tell me a little bit about your situation in bag. What are these items? Where did I get them from? How much they cost? Send me a message and I'll answer it as quick and soon as possible if I have the answer, all right? That is all that I have. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out my other videos. I have close to 30 videos total covering 16 different categories. I'll have a new category here very soon, all right? You guys have a good day, good summer, stay safe, and watch out for yourself and your family, and have a great summer, all right? Take care. Bye.